Okay, trade I took today, another three candle model. I'm starting to get a lot of faith in that model. Uh, please back test it. I think it would be a good model for some of you guys out there. I mean, it's taken me 3 or 4 years to get to a decent model. So if you're really struggling with that part of it, try it out. Might work for you, might not. I see it well. People see different things. You can see different models, different. I don't. People's minds work different. So whatever you see the best, that's usually the best uh, model to develop. I see this one well. It's a three candle. I learned bits and pieces from somebody else, Rich the Bull. If you ever look him up on X, he's got some good stuff out there, I think. If he hadn't taken it down, you don't really hear much from him anymore. Uh, so I didn't put my entries. I labeled where I did enter, and I'll tell you why. Because I got in too early over here, and this is why I was too early. Right? I looked at this sweep and this close and entered, and it probably would have worked, um, but it's still not the right entry for me. I need this divergence to just have more confidence, and there wasn't one. All of the MES, MYM, MNQ, they all swept this high. There was no divergence. So I had some trades in here and some break evens and some losses. I'm keeping tight stops because I'm still jumpy from yesterday. That volatility was insane. So I'm a little bit, a little bit shy about just letting things ride. We're always trying to get 30 points, and could I got 30 points out of this? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably could have taken it, but still not what I really like. So the divergence came with, that should say MYM. MYM took this high. MNQ and MES did not take that high. So when it closed back down below, I entered with two contracts. Got out of those two contracts right down here at VWAP again, just a little bit below it. Trailed my stop manually, really tight. And again, just because of yesterday, that thing could turn around and run 1,000 points on some post on X. So just be careful right now. It's really volatile and dangerous. Protect your money. Uh, like I said, entered here, exited here. It was almost 40 points, so it's plenty, right, to make a living. Entered again here, two contracts to catch what I figured it was going to go to this low right here at least. I really wanted it to go to these lows, and it may. But that gave me an extra 18 points for a total of 57.25 points. And it's becoming just a really high probability setup. Here's your hour one. Hour two sweeps it, finishes back inside the range of hour one. You trade hour three. You wait for a sweep with a divergence, preferably a sweep of a high inside of a fair value gap. Didn't happen on MNQ today. I don't know if it happened on MES or not. It was the sweep of this high. Yeah, see, those are inside a fair value gap. And then you had these are inside this tiny tiny little fair value gap right here. So MQ or MYM swept those. These were swept, so you have that sweep, and you have it above the 21 EMA, and you have the close back down below the 21 EMA, which is the entry. And if you'll go back and look at some of my other videos, I lay out exactly if this happens, yes, if this, yes, if this, yes, is this, yes. And if all of these are yes, enter the trade. So that's where I was at today. Minus these losses right here, I think it wound up being, let me look, 147 and some change. So not horrible. The goal is, like I keep saying, is goals multiple accounts, base hits. 5 accounts, $150 a day is a $750 day. Do that for 100 days. That's $75,000. That's more than most people make in a year anyway. It's more than I've ever made in a year on all the jobs I've been on and done. So, back test it. See if you like it. If you do, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. As always, good luck out there, and be careful because it's very volatile right now. This is not financial advice, not trading advice. It's just me holding myself accountable to this 3 candle model. Have a good day.